What is up, YouTube? I am Eric and you are watching Retro Video Game Pickups. Today we are talking about the Xbox One Mini Series wired controller. So if you like games, consoles, or product reviews, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification. With that being said, let's hop into it. So the Xbox One controller is one of my favorite controllers out of this generation and all of the generations, to be honest. I have an Elite controller and wow, do I really love that. But today we are talking about the Xbox One Mini Series wired controller. Now I have an original Xbox One S controller and the mini wired controller right here. I'm gonna talk about this one, then I'll get to this one and show you guys what I think about this mini wired controller. Now, as you know, this is kind of a bigger, blockier controller compared to the PS4. It really does resemble the Nintendo Switch controller, which I pretty much think was modeled after this, to be honest, because they have really close similarities, and that's a good thing because this is a really good controller. It's comfortable in your hands, your fingers fit perfectly on the triggers and easily enough on the bumpers. The sticks, which I like being diagonal instead of right next to each other like the PS4, because my hands tend to lay better on this than this. So that's why the Xbox One controller is one of my favorites. Now, with that being said, this is a bigger controller. But with this mini controller, it fits in the hands of kids a lot better. Now, this is smaller, and as you can tell, my hands kind of overtake this controller, but this controller is still comfortable in your hands. You've got the sticks in the same places, you've got all the buttons in the exact same places, but overall, this feels a lot better if you have small hands. I know these sticks are really good. They feel nice and comfortable. The buttons feel relatively nice. The D-pad's okay. It wouldn't be my favorite, to be honest. The bumpers are really clicky and kind of got that plastic feel, but I like the trigger pulls because they're not too tight, but they're not too loose. You can pull them down quickly and get what you're trying to do with this. Now, one cool thing that I liked about this is it's a long cord, as you can see, but it also has the disconnect, which if you ever had the Xbox original, you had the same exact type of disconnect. So that's one thing that I liked about this. It kind of threw back to the original Xbox. Now it is just a USB plug, but with it being removable like that, that's pretty cool. Now, someday I'm gonna test this and see if I can use a old game controller for the Xbox with this on my Xbox One, just to see what it's like. I'm sure it doesn't work, but I'd like to test it. But overall, this is a really good controller, and it's made by PowerA, and it's a nice small controller that still fits in your hand nicely, even if you're used to the bigger controller. This one definitely feels good. Now, the Xbox button looks a little fake. It actually looks like just like a sticker on it, and I'm not sure if you guys can see that. It just kind of looks like a button with a sticker on it, which is kind of cheap to me. These buttons here are a little cheap feeling. The buttons aren't that bad. The sticks feel really nice, to be honest. I figured based on the D-pad they wouldn't be as nice, but whenever I played this, I did like the sticks and the triggers. The buttons here are alright, like I said, but the bumpers and the D-pad just weren't my favorite. So I'm gonna compare them now. As you can tell, this is a much smaller controller, and I'm really happy that they still have stuck with that same mold and it fits your hand. If you're used to using this controller definitely feels good, and it feels at home when you're using it. So with that being said, please comment below and let me know, have you tried this controller? Are you looking to try this controller? Now, I'm pretty sure this works with PCs as well, but I have not tested that yet. But with that being said, don't forget about the social media. You got your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Patreon. your big cartel. All that stuff is in the description below and links. And also, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification. But most of all, have a good day.